Yakolev and Lavochkin fighters were considered the Soviet Union's main aerial hunters during World War II. They were fast, agile, and dangerous, but only at low and medium altitudes. The MiG-3 was destined for a different role. It truly came into its own above 6 kilometers. Yet there were simply too few missions where that mattered. Only toward the end of the war did an experimental high-altitude fighter by Mikoyan and Gurevich take to the skies, the I-225. Even the stat card of today's highlight makes its uniqueness obvious. It reaches its top speed at 10 kilometers, almost at the ceiling of its capabilities. The secret behind these impressive figures is a turbocharger that forces air into the engine's cylinders. As a result, the engine's maximum power climbs to 2,000 horsepower. For Soviet piston aviation, that's a truly outstanding number. But don't think the I-225 is helpless down low. At low altitudes, it simply turns into a solid all-rounder. And the outcome of a fight depends mostly on the pilot's skill. Winning a duel is absolutely possible, but it won't necessarily be the aircraft doing the heavy lifting. The main advice to I-225 pilots is obvious: climb higher. You'd expect it to have an insane climb rate too. But no, it's just good for its battle rating. That's why it's better to climb slightly off to the side rather than straight toward the enemy airfield. This buys you time before first contact and puts you exactly where the I-225 starts breathing with full lungs. With a full compressor. With this approach, you probably won't be the first to engage, but you don't need to be. While your teammates start the melee at mid-altitudes, the I-225 takes a comfortable position above them. From there, it can hunt down careless boom and zoom enthusiasts. And that's far from all the aces up its sleeve. The aircraft also offers great diving performance. Its maximum indicated speed where the airframe remains intact reaches 820 kilometers an hour. Of course, the controls get noticeably heavier, but where the I-225 merely loses some handling comfort, other Soviet fighters lose their wings. On top of that, this aircraft arguably has the most well-balanced armament among Soviet props. Why do we say that? Because it's armed with 4 autocannons, all of them identical 20mm Schwachs that many pilots know and love. Their rate of fire, ballistics, and damage are what you can expect from earlier fighters. Sure, higher calibers like 23, 37, or 45mm can inspire awe in some players. But 4 20mm cannons are the golden standard among late prop aircraft, and one that's quite rare in the Soviet trade. The main downside is the modest ammo load, just 100 rounds per gun. But with the nose-mounted layout, you can land precise hits with short, controlled bursts. The I-225 is a great training tool for sharpening exactly that skill. And the classic question at the end: who should fly this aircraft? First and foremost, anyone looking for something new in Soviet aviation. Anyone who wants a fighter that's not like the others. Not like the familiar Yaks and Lavochkins. The I-225 is ready to show the power of the high ground.